me. But there's many people that I think have just missed the boat on XRP. And it is the only thing here in the US with real legal clarity at this point until the Clarity Act is passed. And if there is a crisis, if there's a liquidity crisis in a situation where distributed ledger technology is needed at scale, the institutions are only going to use the regulated option, period. End of story. Okay. I know that there are other things that compete, TPS, technology, there's lots of stuff. Unfortunately, they don't have regulatory clarity as not a security here in the US. And until that happens, these institutions are going to continue to stay away from them. The XRPL is going to emerge as the critical back-end infrastructure for global payments by 2026. I'm going to say here at the end of 25 into early 26, we could potentially even get XRP's designation as a tier 1 asset by the BIS. The settlement of Ripple's legal case with the SEC is the catalyst that opens the door, the floodgates for institutional use of XRP. July 13th, 2023, it was designated that XRP in and of itself is not a security. And a lot of the banks are already looking to implement XRP as through internal settlement mechanism. Between all of the siloed ecosystems that they have, they've trialed a lot of this infrastructure for years. Okay, Bank of America, and there's a few others that have been a little bit more public about it. But stablecoins at scale, I think, are going to be implemented for back-end settlement inside of these banks and not necessarily be used, JPM coin, you got Cities coin, you got Goldman. They need a seamless way to be able to settle between their own infrastructure and reconcile all of that information real time. Well, what better way to do that than through blockchain technology? It's their own infrastructure. You've got Corda, you've got Ripple, and there's a few others out there that have helped people develop these over the last 5 years. Commonality between those is if they want to transact peer-to-peer or bank-to-bank or bank-to-institution or enterprise, you need a settlement layer. You need a DEX. You need something that they all trust and are interoperable with. And that's what the XRPL provides.